Good morning. Today we will discuss a brief account of the major groups of microorganisms that are present in our ecosystem. We all know that microorganisms are ubiquitous. That means they are present in almost all the systems of the living world. Major groups of microorganisms include bacteria, fungi, viruses, protozoa, and algae. Now let's discuss about each of the group in little detail. First is the bacteria. The typical range of the bacteria is about 0.2 to 100 micrometers, and the study of bacteria is known as bacteriology. Bacteria are the prokaryotic unicellular organisms, and they have a simplified internal structure. Bacteria can be cultivated in the laboratory and in the in vitro medium via preparing certain medium and growing the organism onto the medium. Bacterial reproduction is asexual or by the binary fission. The certain significance or the practical significance of bacteria include bacteria are playing an important role in the industrial fermentation of certain amino acids like lysine, L-glutamate, and they are also helpful in the production of alcohols, beers, certain vinegars, and antibiotics also. They also play an important role in the mineral cycling in the nature, which contributes in the soil fertility. Certain bacteria are also known for the manufacture of certain food materials as well as causing spoilage to those materials. And not the least, certain pathogenic bacteria causes diseases. These bacteria includes E. coli, S. aureus, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, S. pneumoniae, etc. The second part will be the viruses. The typical range of viruses are from 0.015 to 2 micrometers, and the study of viruses are known as virology. Viruses are said to be the non-cellular parasitic obligate parasites. They cannot grow without on an artificial medium as they require a certain living host or a cells in the form of humans, animals and the plants within which they can reproduce. They can also they also require electron microscope to be seen because they are so small that they cannot be seen via light microscopes. Now, certain practical significance of viruses includes they causes various diseases in humans as well as animals, which includes HIV, herpes, pox and Ebola. They are also known to infect the microorganisms in the form of bacteriophages. Now, let us move on to fungi. The study of fungi is known as mycology. Under fungi, we study two forms of fungi, that is yeast and mold. Yeast is about 5 to 10 micrometer, whereas molds are about 2 to 10 micrometers. we can say there are certain similarities and dissimilarities between two forms of fungi. In yeast, yeast are the eukaryotic unicellular organisms, whereas molds are eukaryotic multicellular organisms. In yeast, the reproduction mode is asexual, sexual and via budding, whereas in molds, the mode of reproduction is only sexual and via sexual means. In molds, we can see there are certain distinctive features which can be seen in the light microscopes, whereas in yeast there are no certain distinctive features. Now, in case of similarities, we can say that both can be cultivated in the artificial medium in the laboratory like bacterias. The certain practical significance of both yeast and molds are in yeast we can say that these are important for the production of alcohol, beverages, and they are also important as a food supplement, and these causes certain diseases also in the humans and plants. Now, in case of molds, we can say that these are responsible for the decomposition or deterioration of certain materials and also the industrial production of certain chemicals. These molds causes certain diseases in plants and animals also. Now, let us discuss the protozoa. The study of protozoa is known as protozoology, and they have a typical range of 2 to 200 micrometers. They are also eukaryotic unicellular, as well as they are intracellular parasites, which are, that means they are present inside our cells or cells of humans as well as plants and animals. They can be cultured in the laboratory like the bacteria and fungi, and their reproduction mode is both sexual and asexual. In the case of significance, we can say that they can act as a food material for a lot of aquatic animals. And some protozoans are also known for causing diseases in humans like the sleeping sickness and etc. Now, let us move on to algae. The typical range of algae is known to be from 1 micrometer to many feet long. The study of algae is known as phycology. Algae appears as a eukaryotic unicellular as well as multicellular forms, and they contains chlorophyll, that is why which provides them the green appearance, and they are also photosynthetic, that means they can manufacture their own food in the presence of sunlight. Algae occur in the aquatic environment mainly, and the mode of reproduction is both sexual and the asexual means. Now, let us talk about certain significances of algae, that is, it is important in the production of certain pharmaceutical preparations, and they are also used as a food supplement. Various algae are important in the production of food in the aquatic environment, that means they provide or manufacture food for the living organisms that are present inside the aquatic medium. Certain algae are also sources of the agar that we use in the microbiological media. Certain agar, they are also known as for the production of certain toxic substances which are harmful for the aquatic animals. That's all for today. Thank you.